A few months ago, to celebrate my friend's birthday, I went on a Victory casino cruise, and not only did everyone get seasick almost immediately, but we also lost all the money we brought in.
No way! I thought you doubled it. She, dog. I mean, if you don't know how to gamble, if you don't know the meta, if you haven't made the research on how to, pull the levers on the slots machines, what can you expect?
And to gamble with. It was one of the best days of my life. For a good portion of the past century, getting on a boat that reeks of piss and wobbling your way out just far enough into the ocean so that laws don't exist anymore was one of the only ways to legally gamble in the United States. It had such a convoluted barrier of entry that most people could go their entire lives without ever being tempted to do it. Just don't go to Nevada and you'll probably never see a casino. In 2024, this is no longer the case.
Only on FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Prize Picks,
Underdog,
Hard Rock Bet,
Belly Bet,
PointsBet.
ESPN Bet.
Exciting news. Americans, welcome to the era of gambling. Most of you, you lose all your money. You'll probably all lose all your relationships on the way. A lot of divorces will come. A lot of child, protection services will come and take your kids because you're a goddamn avid gambler. But hey, it was all worth it. Am I right? Am I right? And hey, if you're lucky, maybe you'll win it all and become a millionaire. I don't think so.
Bet 365.
Smack me in the mouth with all of it.
If you want
Oh, Kevin Hart. I love Kevin Hart.
watch any sports at all, ads for sports betting have become inescapable. Even if you muted every commercial and closed your eyes until the game came back on, it's still plastered everywhere. DraftKings promos pop up in the middle of a play, there's BetMGM billboards behind home plate, FanDuel logos on the court, on the microphones. They come at you from every angle, pepper spraying you in the face so you don't notice they just pulled your pants down. They've made it so watching sports and betting on sports are just two sides of the same coin.
Well, isn't that smart though? Isn't that smart if you think about it? Sports is enhanced by betting. Hear me out. If you have money in the game, now you are way more interested in what happens because you're invested financially in it. And you might win. So now you're very interested in the game. Whilst back then you'll be like, two things I don't care about. Who fuck? I don't know. Now two nobodies, they fighting each other. Oh wait a minute, maybe I earn my $100 from the $10 I put it in. This is good. This is gonna look good. I don't know what's going on, but hey. So yeah, betting and sports, they are in fact two sides of the same coin.
Like, you can't have one without the other. It's become so normalized that it might be easy to forget that gambling can be kind of bad, actually. About 10 million people in the US alone struggle with gambling in some way.
Holy shit. 10 million? What is the population? Isn't it like 320 million right now? Something around 400? That's a big percent. Gambling addiction. So this is the, the harder part of gambling. Of the spectrum, where you're losing thousands upon thousands of dollars and you still can't stop because you're a fucking idiot that cannot control himself. I think addictions are usually bad, and gambling is one of the worst. Like, this could lead to literally death.
A good portion of which are under the age of 25. Gambling addicts.
Let's go. You gotta take them while they're young. You know what they say. When they're easy and vulnerable, that's when you strike.
Attempt suicide at a rate 15 times higher than...
I wonder why. Maybe because they're in such a big of a debt after gambling and then losing, and then they're like, okay, let's gamble a bit more to get our losses back. And even if they would have gotten that, do you think they'll stop? Do you think they'll stop once they get all their money back? No, they
the
won't.
general population. The average debt of a gambling addict can range from $15,000 to $90,000. But where most people would...
You could buy a house back in the days with that money. No, not anymore like that, but back in the days, 90,000. That was a big deal. There was a 1 year salary for a good job. I mean, really.
See this as a problem, a few people saw it as an opportunity. All that extra money that could be siphoned from struggling families and into the pockets of like 12 CEOs. And we're not doing that because... So in 2018, the Supreme Court overruled the federal ban on sports betting.
Yay! The big guys won. How could have not won before? That's my question, really. How was gambling ever forbidden in America? That is a good question to ask.
And since then, Americans have collectively lost over $245 billion on it. That's almost $1,000 per person.
I mean, we gotta start from somewhere, you know. We gotta start from somewhere. It is what it is. I mean, hey, I am making fun of this, but let me tell you, I've been to a casino before, one of the most prestigious casinos in the Netherlands, once. And I put 20 bucks. I said, okay, my budget is 20 bucks. And let me tell you, I get how addiction happens. You lose track of time in that casino. You lose track of what's going on. At some point, I lost 10 bucks immediately. Then I went for roulette. I won from 10 to 100. And I was like, wait a minute. This is fucking awesome. And then I lost all the money. I went back. I put 20 more bucks. And I lost them immediately afterwards. So in the end, I was went there with the intention to lose 20 and I lost 40. And then you say, there's not a big deal. Yeah, it was the most mild case because I came with my boys. My boys had losses between 70 to 100 bucks. And for a student, that's a big L. Okay? Keep that in mind.
And that number was from last.
And one of my boys, sorry for the tangent, but I gotta remind, one of my boys, he was the only one who won from us. And the reason he won is because after a while we told him, okay, it's time to leave. I don't want to stay here. So he left before losing his money because that would happen eventually also. And he won like 250 bucks. Great success. And guess what? He started gambling. Out of all of us, none of it was the first time experience. Most of us, we stopped gambling immediately because we realized this is a scam. He continued gambling online when he reached home, and he lost most of the money that he would have gotten initially from the 250. He should have stopped. You win once, you just stop it. But when you win in gambling, that's when they actually get you. That's the hook, and that's when you get fucked. So you would be rather happy if you lose your money immediately on the spot.
Year. But the bombardment of playful advertising filled with famous celebrities would make you think it's just a harmless, fun game you can play on your phone. Kevin Hart, Post Malone, Chris Rock, LeBron James, Peyton Manning, Jamie Foxx, Eric Andre, Patton Oswalt, Vanessa Hudgens, the guy from that Kendrick Lamar song, Kevin Hart. Even the Talk Tua podcast is sponsored by Better.
Yeah, Talk Tua. Who likes Talk Tua? Big fan, not really.
Is it always the people you trust the most?
You don't need to know everything about every sport.
No, what is it to my boy Post Malone?
Yeah, me either. All you need is a feeling and a phone.
Oh my gosh, I want
That is such a bold way to advertise your product. You don't have to know anything about sports in order to bet on them. In fact, we would prefer you didn't. Look, this guy's just chilling in a hot tub.
I mean, what can I say for real?
He doesn't even know what sport he bet on.
He probably drunk as fuck.
And he won money. So go ahead, just open the app and start mashing buttons. I don't know, like, where do you think they got all the money to shell out to these celebrities? Could it be that maybe Prize Picks isn't the secret gateway to riches beyond my wildest imaginations, and maybe they're just trying to get my debit card number so they can take all my disposable income? Whether or not you think sports betting should be illegal, and I'm not even necessarily saying it should be, the fact that they're allowed to advertise it like this is fucking insane. Imagine a cigarette commercial that was like, oh my god, this is so good. This is the best I've ever felt in my life. I'm on top of the world.
I mean, back in the day, it was the case for cigarettes as well. But then they realized this is fucked up. I think eventually they will change the meta for gambling, hopefully, eventually, because this is ridiculous. But yeah, gambling for sure is as deadly as cigarettes in many instances. So it's fucked up that they show it like, oh, this is the greatest thing you've ever experienced as a human being. You really need to gamble. The marketing is off the charts, basically.
Typically, the only tobacco ads you see are like anti-vaping PSAs. And I hope there's a future where advertising for betting apps is regulated in a similar way. You can still bet on sports. You can still smoke cigarettes if you want to. It's not illegal, but you're not bombarded with the temptation to do it every time you turn on a basketball game. Even though it's only been 6 years since the federal ban on sportsbooks was overturned, technology has already evolved well beyond what was available at the time. And now that gambling has gone from being in a place you have to go.
Yeah, so the convenience to go through the process is even more improved and efficient and effective, to the point that, you know, the hook is even stronger than ever before. Yes, now it takes you only a few clicks to lose all your money. Great.
Go to do it, to being accessible on your phone at any moment.
That is an argument. If it's more convenient, then if people say, oh, it doesn't matter if it's on your phone or if it's at the casino, people will still gamble. Let me grab my cap and put it on, because this is a bunch of BS. Obviously, it's more convenient, so the chances are that you will be more incentivized to use it. It's brain dead argument.
There's nothing stopping these apps from trying to lure you in constantly, and they're really good at doing that.
Addiction is intensified, he says, by how much the gambling companies know about each user. That data was used to tailor offers and push notifications to keep the guy in action.
They knew the life stage, the customer life stage it was at, so win back, they described it. So people that have given up gambling for a while and they're trying to get them to come back.
Just by using these apps, you're giving them data about your gambling habits, which they can then weaponize against you. If they realize around 2 p.m. every Sunday is when you're most likely to interact with the app because you're watching 19 games at once and you're starting to get a little restless, they can tailor make a push notification just for you. Maybe they'll boost the odds of a third quarter Tyreek Hill touchdown, or they'll show you a parlay that 50,000 other people have bet on, and that many people can't all be wrong. Let's talk about parlays for a second, because I think that's one of the biggest contributors to the exponential rise of sports betting.
It's parlay time.
Put simply, a parlay is when you combine multiple bets into one bet.
Bro, this is extremely popular here in Romania. You will hear everybody talk about how they won $1,000 from a parlay of $1 here in Romania. Such a big W, but they will never mention all the previous parlays they did, which was a bunch of L's. And they will always say, oh, look at this one, I will have almost won $1,000. Ah, so close, damn it. One match away from the list of 50 matches that I gave. Oh, no worries, the next one we'll get them. Sure.
Significantly decreasing the odds of it hitting, but massively boosting the payout you'll win if it does. It's basically the difference between winning a few dollars for correctly calling one coin flip, or winning thousands of dollars if you can get that coin to land on heads 12 times in a row. You're so distracted by the possibility of how much you could win that you're not even considering the fact that you definitely won't. Parlays are the lottery ticket of sports betting, and these apps have made it so easy to make one whenever you want. The only thing stopping you from putting together a parlay that frankly doesn't even make sense is your own imagination. Because of parlays, I think for a lot of people, gambling has become death by 1,000 paper cuts. Maybe instead of losing a lot of money all at once, you're just losing a little bit of money all the time. Sometimes you'll even lose money in a way that feels like you almost won. 5 out of 6. I was...
See, this is... so sad. He was so close. Next time. We'll get him next time, boys. Now, because you're so close, you gotta go for the next parlay, bro. It is what it is.
So close, but that means I'll definitely win next time. My only personal experience with online sports betting was a couple years ago when I saw Underdog Fantasy was offering to match your first deposit up to $100. And I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. I watch a lot of football. Maybe I can finally make back some of the money.
That's some scam. That's some scam for sure. Like if they say they give you free money, it's not. I tried it. It comes with a caveat. You cannot retract the money from the app. They're just gonna force you to bet it, and this gonna basically enable you to enter the cycle of gambling.
Money I've spent over the years supporting my stupid shitty team. So I put in $100, they doubled it, and slowly over the course of the next 2 months, I lost $25 every week until it was all gone. Now, if I'm being honest, I think this was actually best case scenario for me. I consider myself lucky that the few times I've tried gambling, it hasn't gone well for me, because I have no positive association with it.
Exactly. the guys that get fucked the most are the guys that, when they think about gambling, they have that one memory about them winning and having the biggest smile in the world for basically cheating the system, while in reality you were in the system in the first place. The system wanted you to win so that you could come back and lose for the next 10,000 times until the sad ending comes.
In the same way that I have no desire to smoke cigarettes because the first time I did, I smoked 2 back-to-back for some reason and was nauseous the rest of the night, I have no desire to gamble because I've only ever lost money doing it. So even though Underdog managed to get $100 out of me, I actually think they would have preferred if I won a little bit first. When betting apps give out these kind of introductory offers, it's not just so they can get a bunch of free money, although that's definitely part of it. For sure. They're trying to create a customer for life.
Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets. $5 get $200 back. $250 up to $500.
Guys, you win $200 for free. It's literally for free.
Up to $2,000.
Online sportsbooks know that the best way to get people addicted to their product is to make that first big win as easy as possible. So they'll lure you in with an offer that seems too good to be true because all of that is pennies compared to what they're raking in from the people who are hooked. They give you free money to start with. They'll let you try again if your first bet doesn't work. They'll let you throw in one leg of a parlay that has essentially a 100% chance of hitting. They are desperate to make sure you have a good time. They want every time you see that app icon on your phone to think about the rush you felt when you turned $5 into $100. So you keep chasing that feeling for...
They're spoon feeding you. They're like, here boy, here. Oh, you win for sure. Remember the time when you won? Remember? Come on, open your mouth. Ah, yes, very good boy, very good. Now come back tomorrow and put $10 on this parlay, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Good boy.
Forever. I just managed to outsmart them by being so unbelievably bad at sports betting that I never even came close to winning. But because I was curious to see how much online sports gambling has evolved since I tried it a couple years ago, and because I would never leave a stone unturned in the pursuit of research, I decided for this video I should try it one more time. So I signed up for the only legal sports book in my home state of Florida, which I assume is named after famous internet sex symbol Hard Rock Nick.
Balls tugged on one by one.
Their introductory offer is that they'll give you another chance to bet if your first one doesn't win. On the surface, that almost sounds like free money, but it's not like you can bet once, lose, and then just take your money back. You still have to give them the money. Yeah. You're probably just gonna lose twice for the price of one. But hey, check this out. I've already unlocked a 1x multiplier.
1x multiplier.
Which means for every dollar I earn, I walk away with $1. I spent the next 12 minutes hard at work concocting the smartest and most guaranteed parlays the world has ever seen. With all my bets placed, I could finally sit back, relax, and enjoy a stress-free Sunday afternoon.
Spoiler, not really.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Why did I bet on Sam Darnold? Why did I bet on Kirk Cousins? Why did I take the over on Curtis Martin rushing yards? He retired in 2007.
The next few hours felt like a roller coaster, but in spite of it all, I was determined to come out on top.
Guess who has 2 thumbs and just won $9.52? This guy.
Let's go.
My other thumb's holding the phone.
I was down, but now I'm up.
And since I only lost 5 other bets,
oh, nice.
I was just $61 from breaking even. Now I know what you're thinking, Drew. How could you have possibly known the Bills were going to beat a team significantly worse than them? What are you, some kind of genius? No. I prefer savant. The truth is, none of this would have been possible without my good luck charm, Michael McCorkle Jones. You can look it up, that's his real name. Ever since I saw him hit the gritty at the Pro Bowl a few years ago, I knew I needed a metal poster of him to hang up on my wall. And thanks to today's sponsor, Displate, that's finally possible. Are you tired of waking up to your boring, empty walls? You try to hang up posters, but your hammer didn't come with it.
I got no issues. My wall's not empty. I have a sister, and she filled the whole walls with her K-pop band posters.
Instructions, so you don't know how to use it. Well, why don't you go ahead and throw that thing in the trash? Because you don't need one to hang up a display. Displays are high-quality metal posters that help you show off all your favorite interests, whether it's Elden Ring, Halo 3, or a Minion from the movie Minions. And the best part is you can hang them up in a matter of seconds without any tools and without putting any holes in your walls.
That's nice. It's very annoying when you gotta put that about the whole, especially, if it's a rented place, you don't want to go into that.
It has over 2 million artworks to choose from, including tons of officially licensed designs from brands like Marvel, Star Wars, and Minions from the movie Minions. They've even got a product called Textra that brings your posters to life with tactile textures and 3D contours. Finally, a poster that's fun to touch. If you've been procrastinating your holiday shopping, there's never been a better time to snag a display. Not only are they great gifts for anyone in your life, but they're celebrating Black Friday with their biggest discount of the year. You can get up to 44% off your order by going to the link in the description, display.com/DrewGooden, or by using my code Drew at checkout. Thank you so much to Display for sponsoring today's video, which unfortunately will now continue.
All right, so I've been using this app for a little over a week now, and even though I did win a few more bets, all I've really managed to do is turn my...
Oh, come on, man. Don't show us that. No, we don't want... Only optimists talk here, yes? We don't want to hear about the... Don't be a party pooper, please. Bro, the way he talks, only... Like when he's... Oh my God, this is... A lot of my friends back in the days in Romania, every time we will watch sports, they'll be like, oh my God, no. And they'll be like, no way. I fucking lost. No shit, bro. No shit. In your parlay of 10 matches, you lost one of them. Oh, I guess you're not the genius you thought you would be.
My initial $100 into zero. It's
Ooh, yesy. Let's go.
all gone. I think they know they're on the verge of losing me for good because they're really ramping up the notifications. Most days I'm getting at least one every hour. They even offered me another second chance bet, this time up to $500. They are so confident based on everything I've shown them so far that it seems they're willing to give me any amount of money because it doesn't matter, I'm just going to lose it all anyway. Even in my very limited time using this app, I can already see the traps they're setting for me, and I am falling for them. For some reason, I've done multiple parlays
Did he went for it actually?
that are contingent upon something happening at the beginning of a game. They offer a bunch of bets that are based on first quarter stats, and I realized firsthand why they do this. Because that one leg can cook your entire parlay immediately. But at that point, you've already committed to betting on this game, and there's so much more game to bet on. So you do. And before you know it, you're betting on Keyshawn George to make 5 threes? Why did I do that? I don't even know who that is. Why did I think Jake Paul was gonna knock out Mike Tyson? That
Really, bro? Really?
fight was never ending in a knockout. They punched each other like 4 times. Obviously, they were just in it for the money, and I knew that going into it. I only did this bet because they boosted my odds.
Oh, you fell for the odds,
And
man.
they only boosted my odds
because they knew it's not gonna happen.
they knew it wasn't going to happen anyway. It's 2024. How am I still getting scammed by Jake Paul? And on the flip side, when I do win a bet, sometimes I'm not even that happy about it.
Because think about it. Look, $5 turns into $11. Now imagine if it was 5 million. You would win 5 million. It's almost 6 million. So you need. The issue was that you didn't put enough. Damn it!
Because I'm just like, I should have bet more. You start getting carried away doing the math. I turned $10 into $30, but I could have turned 100 into 300, 1,000 into 3,000. Oh my God, it's infinite money.
Infinite money glitch.
And I think that's one of the most dangerous things about gambling is that sometimes it works. It's a hobby that technically could go well for you.
Technically, schmecklically, they have literally greatest scientists over there trying to figure out how to make you lose money. You think you're gonna win against those guys? Those guys that spent their whole life studying the human brain to find the best way to abuse it and to make it addicted to gambling? You're not gonna win that fight, man. You are made to lose. This is a losing battle. Most people that win, they always come back. And then when they come back, they lose all they got. So the only trick you can win, maybe, technically, from gambling is, like in the story I said, you go there, play once, you might have a chance of winning, you take the win, never return. Good luck with that, though. That doesn't happen.
If you get very lucky and quit...
The best way to win when you gamble is to not gamble. Straight up. That's the only way you win against it.
exact right time, which you won't, and the casinos are banking on the fact that you won't. Problem gamblers aren't just chasing a feeling, they're chasing this idea that maybe they'll win the lottery. A lot of gamblers can recognize that they have a problem, but see the problem as the way out of the problem.
I think the feeling at the time was, if you can just get lucky here somewhere, then potentially there's a way of making this all go away. I suppose the flip side to that as well, Aaron, is it was
go away. So now the idea is you want to become a millionaire, you go into it, you start losing a bunch of money. So now it's not only becoming a millionaire, it's first making up for your losses and then becoming a millionaire. You're still on track to become a millionaire. So now you're chasing losses from the initial goal, which by the way, they'll become bigger and bigger with each passing day. And eventually the only goal that you'll have from becoming a millionaire will change completely to making like chasing losses. And let me tell you, even if you got extremely lucky, like you have the 0.000001% luck to get this, you will still eventually, once you get and win your losses, you will be in that mindset that now it's time to get the $1 million. Now it's time to change to the initial goal. You'll never get out of the system. You're in a loop, in an infinite genjutsu, basically. They got you. You will never escape it.
It was enabling me to just gamble as much as I wanted as well.
If I just have one good day, I can win it all back. Yes, I've dug this huge hole for myself, but if I just keep digging, I might be able to...
Oh, man. I mean, look at this guy. He's a fucking L taker, bro. If he dug for just a few more, he would have become a millionaire, guys. Do you want to be this guy? Do you? Look at him, how sad he is.
Find that diamond I've been desperately searching for. But the sad reality is, even if you find the diamond, you're just gonna feel so good doing it that you're
gonna go for another diamond.
Dive right back into the mines looking for another one.
The truth of it is, if I'd have had that big win, I would have just spent it anyway.
A lot of the higher-ups at these companies will refuse any responsibility for creating new gambling addicts over the past.
Obviously, they will never say that they do so. They're making bunch of money. Obviously, they know they're doing it, but they will never mention it, on live.
Past few years. They'll make the argument that they're just addicted to their phone, and our app just happens to be on it.
I don't believe that there is an addiction to mobile betting any more than there is an addiction to utilization of your phone for any other reason.
You don't think adding a layer of betting makes the phone more addictive than just...
So, no, I mean, hey. This guy's stupid, man. Whatever, say whatever excuse you come up with in the moment, it doesn't matter.
Fooling around Instagram.
No. There is...
all these addicts that commit... No, don't think about it.
This problem gambling, it is a real problem. Whether it's gotten
but it's not
bigger or it's just become more noticeable because sports betting is legal, I think is an unknown.
Really?
Hey, they'd be gambling anyway, whether it's on our app that sends 30 push notifications a day.
30 push notification. I've had this kind of apps. Trust me, they're very intrusive.
And is linked to their bank account or only available in a state on the other side of the country is totally irrelevant. And while there are obviously some people for whom that is true, you cannot deny the fact that making it so goddamn easy to bet anything at any time is leading to more people gambling who wouldn't have otherwise. You're dangling.
No shit, bro. This guy, the guy that was with the interview, goddamn. He knows what's up.
Pulling a piece of candy inches away from people's faces and then saying, hey, it's not our fault they grabbed it. They still would have grabbed it even if it was 2,000 miles away. Since this is all still relatively new in the US, maybe we'll see more legislation in the future to combat this avalanche. In some countries, they no longer allow celebrities to appear in sportsbook ads, or they've banned the ads from appearing during...
Yeah, no, in Netherlands, they banned a bunch of gambling. They even banned loot boxes in games with loot boxes to be on the app stores, which is a great thing. I think it's good, especially for children. Like you want to target them from a young age to become these fucking degenerates that only find happiness while they're losing their income for some goddamn bullshit actions such as gambling.
Sporting events altogether. America is still in this Wild West infancy where all these apps are just scrambling to find a way onto your phone before regulations start kicking in.
Hopefully.
But maybe in the future? I'm going to be honest. It's hard to imagine that happening.
It's too much money on the table, bro. Once the money is coming in and once everybody realizes there's a bunch of money to be done, and we're talking about from the losers, I mean from the CEOs, the rich guys, you cannot defeat those people. Once they got their hands dirty, they're gonna get their hands dirty for the next century.
I think it's too late to put the toothpaste back in the tube. The leagues are making too much money off it already. Of course they want to shove betting.
Also, there's a big incentive for sports themselves, for the, you know, because now you have a way more watchers that look for the whole match very intensively to be at the same time, because you know they have money in it.
Apps down everyone's throats. It gives people more of a reason to watch the games, especially bad ones. While most people would turn off a 20-point blowout in the fourth quarter, you're still glued to the screen because you need CeeDee Lamb to get 12 more yards for your parlay to hit. They've figured out a way to make every moment matter, even if it doesn't.
You want to make every game interesting? Step one, open the BetMGM Sportsbook.
Step one, lose money. Step one, bet. You wanna bet? You wanna make more interesting? Step one, you know, here's a spoonful of you're gonna regret it later on.
You know what to do.
It's not just sports, though. It seems like these days you can gamble on absolutely anything. You can bet on celebrity breakups. You can bet on which White Lotus character will return
Who's gonna win the presidency
in season 3. You can bet on the presidential election. And my God, so many people did. Hundreds of millions.
The guys that didn't vote for Trump, they were capping hard. Especially after the assassination attempt, bro. It was in the bag.
Millions of dollars were tied up in political bets this year, and if that's not indicative of a nationwide gambling epidemic, I don't know what is. But I'll admit, I'm a little conflicted about this. Because on one hand, gamifying every aspect of our lives only gives more power to those with influence. It creates a financial incentive for spreading deliberate misinformation. It can make you question the motive behind everything you see and hear. But on the other hand, XQC lost $700,000 betting on the election, and that's really funny. If you
Bro, he an idiot, bro. He an idiot. If he voted for... If he thought Kamala would win... Oh, I'm sorry, bro. You're stupid. It's like voting for all-female team in League of Legends to win one game in their whole career. Good luck with that.
You don't know who XQC is? He's a streamer who, at least in every clip I've seen of him, seems to be speaking a language he invented and no one else can understand.
Game government and no getting one in the sample, no game. Listen, mate, that's the reason. Yeah, I'm jumping over there. What are you going to do with that, man?
He's also one of the many streamers who've massively increased their wealth over the past few years by taking sponsorships from offshore crypto-based online casinos, helping them and the website they stream it on explode in popularity.
Bro, the money I heard they got for these deals, I'm sorry. It's crazy. Like, if they give you like deals such as 100 millions a year, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take it. What? 100 millions? There's the generational wealth just there for promoting this bullshit. It is what it is. Hey, it's not ethical. And obviously everybody could say, why would you do that? That's not cool. Yeah, but 100 millions though? It's very easy to, you know, to say about others when you're not in their position, but once it reaches your hands, immediately you change your opinion, and you go with the narrative, really.
At almost any point of any day, you can go to the slots tab on kick.com and see someone who is zonked.
Oh God, look at this guy. I know this guy, bro. Look what happened behind him. I wonder why that happened. Maybe it's a construction error. I think it was more of a gambling loss. What do you guys think?
out of their mind, eyes bloodshot red.
God, I love how focused he is, bro. This is locked in. This is how I would like my teammates in League of Legends to look like when they're playing.
12 hours into non-stop slot spins, desperately trying to win back all the money they've lost so far. Oftentimes in a situation
Bet 300. This for how long will this keep to you? Not even 10 minutes.
so dire
man.
that even the chat, with no personal stakes.
Stop, you're about to go to 0. Bro, get off this before you're at 0. Leave the slot game. The bro just gonna give it right back to the game slot. Leave. Dead. It's dead, bro. You put it in the bag. It's time to call it quits. He's like, nah. This is it. This is where this is my moment to shine. Everybody thought I'm a fucking loser, but this is the moment. I'm gonna prove everyone wrong.
Involved and only there for entertainment is begging them to stop, but they can't. They're on autopilot.
Big Bus Christmas Bash. That looks shit.
Every loss is money that needs to be won back, and every win is just more money to gamble with. I randomly opened this guy's stream one day and watched in real time as he won almost
95,000. Hey, you know what they say? Double or nothing. What do you guys think he did?
$100,000 and then say this.
95K, that's fucking huge. We're a tenth of the way back.
10th of the way back. So you lost $1 million.
A tenth? This dude was down $1 million on Big Bass Bash?
Christmas Bash. Oh, what a lame.
Now, to most people watching, it's pretty easy to say, hey man, you should probably quit while you're ahead. No, 100,000 isn't $1 million, but it's a lot more than 0. The problem is someone in this state of mind isn't capable of seeing it that way. He's not even in Thursday afternoon with the rest of us. He's still on the tail end of Wednesday night. So the rational part of his brain, too subdued to muster anything more than a mumble, asks his chat if he should end it there.
We up the better leave.
They all scream, of course.
No, you gotta gas him up. Gas him up. Tell him he's gonna double the money, man.
Of course you should, but it falls on
Up
deaf
the
ears.
bet.
He's
Up
yet
the bet.
to
You
stop
saw it.
spamming spins for even a second. This man is no longer in
Look at him. He's a robot, bro.
control of his actions. He's a zombie, relegated to the passenger seat of his own mind as it careens towards the conclusion everyone watching knows is inevitable. But there's nothing he can do to stop the momentum.
I have to quit at a certain point. I have to give up. At a certain point, I gotta give up. Oh my god. At a certain point, I gotta give up. Dude.
Let's go back. This is my favorite part when it's like that Simpsons means. See, I have a Simpsons shirt. It's like check this. This is the moment his soul scrambles into something like that.
At a certain point, I gotta give up.
This is it. This is the moment. What you're about to see is depression at its highest degree. This is the face of someone who lost his soul. Dude. Bro, I just realized I'm a fucking idiot.
Dog demolished the balance.
Your dog, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh no. You lost you won 100K and then what? Then what did you do? Then you lost it immediately. Well, you know what you do, right? Gamble tomorrow once again, okay? It is what it is.
God, that's crazy. Lost over $1 million today. There's nothing in there.
All he can do now is sit in the reality of what just happened.
What the fuck?
This is why I've watched this guy just to realize, you know, maybe my life is not that bad. Maybe my life is not that bad. I mean, look at this guy. He's having the time of his life. For sure. Beautiful girl. Somebody. Beautiful girl.
Dude.
Come to terms with the fact that despite his and everyone else's better judgment, he got doghoused.
Doghouse is what did it. The doghouse is what defeated me.
The doghouse. talk about one of the lamest way to go out.
Doghouse. I got doghouse. I got a full doghouse. Full doghouse, dude. Full
He even repeats it. He knows what's up.
doghouse. Full fucking doghouse, dude. Dude. I got doghouse.
He got doghouse. Well, time to end the stream.
Did I just watch this guy ruin his life?
I don't know.
It's okay. I mean, at least it's not yours. Hey. It's a tale, you know. There is a moral in that story. The moral is very simple. You're an idiot if you don't stop at some point.
Actually, the thing is, it's hard to take streams like this at face value. There's a very well-documented history of streamers on Kick high-stakes gambling with money that was given to them by the website they're playing on. So not only are the stakes not high, but it's technically not even gambling. It's just promotion. The entire goal of these streams is just to make the people watching...
Okay, so they're basically being given the money to gamble with on this throughout the stream. So you basically, even if you lose all of them, it's irrelevant. They were given to you to lose them in the first place.
Them think they too can go win life-changing money on asscoin.com. So maybe this is all bullshit.
Perhaps.
Maybe the only real thing about these streams are the holes he punched into the wall behind him. Maybe he'll miraculously be back in a couple days with a suspiciously large balance after seeming to lose everything. But clips like this are just the flip side of an online ecosystem currently doing everything it can to convince impressionable teenagers scrolling through TikTok and YouTube shorts that gambling is awesome.
I mean, the incentive is there though for it though. Keep that in mind. It's crazy money in the industry. If you get a deal with one of these gambling companies, you like 99.9999 of people will say yes to it. As much as people virtue signal and they will say I would never do it, once they see the amount of digits your paycheck has, you'll say, yes, boss, thank you very much. How many children do you want me to impress? Oh, yes, my audience. I hope all of them will start gambling. Sir, for the money you provide, obviously I will do so.
Actually, and you gotta start doing it.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh, apologies. You don't see the people.
Bang.
That's a great feeling, man.
Now, some people have accused these websites of rigging the odds in favor of the streamers, so it's easier for them to farm these clips. And as far as I'm aware, there's no proof of that. I think the misrepresentation of odds here is simply due to the fact that these websites can just keep depositing money into their accounts whenever they lose, giving them unlimited funds to play with.
Unless Rubut's gonna give me free money, I think that's like actually it. We really just need Howie to give us a ton of free money.
If you're given infinite money, you can just keep betting until you hit a jackpot. For them, there's no such thing as rock bottom, a philosophy that very much does not translate to real life. In real life, you can hit rock bottom, and when you do, there's no texting Howie to get yourself out of it. What's especially concerning about these kinds of streams is that while sports betting apps are at least targeting mostly grown men, the majority audience for a lot of these streamers are teenagers and young adults.
Yep. The most impressionable of them all. For sure, bro. You gotta target them while they're young. That's how it works. That's when you gotta make sure, you gotta group them, you gotta teach them how good gambling is, how profitable gambling is. 10 years from now, they're gonna try to dox you and find your address for sure.
People whose brains have not finished developing yet. People who would have a harder time distinguishing between entertainment and real life and have less of an ability to evaluate risk compared to people much older than them. It is statistically proven that people who are exposed to...
That's why it's vital that parents and other adults, caregivers know that gambling is not only illegal for teens, but it also can be harmful and addictive to their developing brains. Yes, indeed. Research shows that children introduced to harmless betting by age 12 are 4 times more likely, 4 times, to engage in problem gambling later. Holy shit. These streamers are creating an army of addicts. Gambling addicts. One of the worst addiction to have in your life. Life destruction. You cannot go around. Like, I didn't hear a good story about a gambling addict, having a good life because he engaged in this. It's all like horror stories.
Gambling at a young age are more likely to develop problems with it later in life. So maybe don't...
Let's put ourselves there. Oh. There you go.
Do this? Is that too much to ask?
Now, there are a few different types of gambling streamers. There are the ones like Aiden Ross, who have been very transparent about the fact that money is the only thing that matters to them.
Not to buy a trash crypto coin that he hyped up in paid stream.
And there's...
Yeah. Hey, he do be a millionaire now. He's living the life. Living the life every common person wishes to do. To achieve, I guess. It's, ethicals and morals, you can scrub them to the side once money comes into the picture. A bunch of it as well.
No line they would be unwilling to cross in pursuit of it. Then there's streamers like Steve Will Do It, who admitted in an interview with CoffeeZilla that the only reason he started taking these sponsorships was because he used to have a gambling problem, and it was a way for him to continue to gamble without having to use his own money. In other words, he knows from personal experience the harm a gambling addiction can cause, but he has no problem promoting that to...
Obviously. Because you can get so much money out of it, so many benefits. It's so easy to virtue signal, oh man, this is awful. Then you look at how much money you make and just ask yourself this question. Would I be doing it if I would have been given this offer? Be honest. There's nobody around you. Just ask yourself this question. Would you do it? The answer is yes. Yes, you would. I would do it. I'm gonna be honest. How much money they winning? Hundreds of millions of dollars? Just to promote the goddamn gambling? I don't care. Hundreds of millions of dollars is hundreds of millions of dollars, okay?
Other people, as long as it's not his money they're losing. But then there's also plenty of streamers that don't seem to think they're doing anything wrong.
Yeah, sure, they know it.
Put their head in the sand and make excuses because the money's too good for them to turn down. Take Nick Merckx, for example. Nick gets pretty defensive when people question the fact that he spends 1 week out of every month spinning slots on kick.com. Oh yeah, man, sorry. Forgot a bunch of children watch my stream.
Oh my god, these guys that are also defensive about this. Look, just take the money and shut the fuck up, okay? Why do you need to also say, oh, it's not about that, bro. It's not about that, man. It's obviously not about... Shut the hell up, man.
Streams. Like, dude, you've spent the past 6 years streaming Fortnite and Call of Duty. If you don't think the majority of your audience is young men, I don't know what to tell you. And don't even get me started on Drake. I know a large portion of his audience is underage because those are the people he's trying to fuck.
So while obviously these websites who use decentralized currency and are based out of a small island country with laughably loose gambling restrictions in order to skirt federal regulations are mostly to blame for the damage they've caused, these celebrities and streamers who've helped popularize them are very much complicit. When you build...
Obviously they are, but the money though, the money, so much fucking money in it. It's crazy.
An audience online, whether you like it or not, there is a parasocial element to it. There are people in your fan base who look up to you and trust you, and every time you sell something to them, you are leveraging that parasocial relationship in order to financially benefit. And I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. I sell merch, I have sponsors, I just did an ad read like 3 minutes ago. But my God, I feel like the bare minimum with the sponsorship is, does this...
No. There shouldn't be no bare minimum, especially with the money we're talking about here. Bare minimum.
Product actively hurt the
integrity and all of that. This is a luxury belief, okay? This is for the people who can afford it. If you were, can you expect this kind of, degree of integrity from a person that was raised in the slums? Can you? No, you can't. So why should I?
The people that use it. Yes? Then I'm not gonna do that. I get that it can sting to turn down a lot of money.
I'm sorry. This is not like I'm turning out $100 or $1,000 or even $10,000. This is turning down hundreds of millions of dollars deal. Okay? Hundreds of millions of dollars. Do you know what people will be capable of doing for that amount of money? Atrocious acts. Way worse than this.
And if the numbers people have floated around are accurate, it is a stupid amount of money. But for some of these people who could already live 10 full lifetimes without ever having to worry about bills ever again, when is it enough? It's
That's not for us to decide. It's for them.
just crazy to me. It's like, thank you to everyone who supports what I do. You've given me my dream job, this life of luxury I'm so lucky to have. And in return, I give to you a crippling addiction. Sorry, I wanted to buy a house in Mexico.
We got another place because you can't do it in America. You have to go somewhere else. So we went somewhere else and we got another place.
Call me dramatic, but I'm a little...
So apparently what he's talking about is that America, you cannot promote gambling on streams unless you're out of it. So they went to Canada, most of these streamers, to gamble from there.
Concerned where this is all headed. People like to talk about iPad babies who are burning all their dopamine receptors before they even reach preschool. But what is a slot machine if not just a giant iPad? Scientifically engineered.
Oh no, Grandpa, you're like I don't know, like a children. Like a children on the iPad. Look
to
at
be
them.
as mesmerizing
Look at them. Look at
as
them.
possible.
Oh my God.
So you don't even...
Whoa. This is how zombie apocalypse outbreak would look like.
Realize what you're letting it take from you.
$1,000 in fast spins at $50 a spin. Look at that, $194,000 grand. That thing is due. Oh, well, that's $1,000.
Gambling can be addictive enough on its own even before you add in all this social pressure. The transition from casual gambler to full-blown addict can happen so gradually, a lot of people don't even realize it's happened to them until it's too late. And when everyone around you, from celebrities in commercials to all your favorite streamers, are just making it seem like it's no big deal, it's fun, everybody does it, can you truly recognize the seriousness of what you're getting yourself into? I think all we can really do for the time being is try to fight back against the normalization of gambling. So what do you say we all get together and call a timeout? What's that? They already tried that for hate.
We need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
to change the momentum
and call a timeout
on hate.
Together.
Together.
And it's not working, even though they got Shaq. Well, that's not good. That's kind of the only idea I had. Gambling is not new. For as long as there's been man, there's been the primal desire to...
There is no way to beat gambling. The industry is too big. And it's too profitable for the, the big guys out there that you cannot fight in any way.
Bet it all on red. But what is new is the way technology has evolved to prey on these urges in the most efficient and targeted...
Now, actually, there's a way to fight them. The only way you can fight them is to make more money than them, and then you are at the same level. Otherwise... But at that point, why would you fight them?
ways possible. Using AI to send push notifications at the precise moment they know they're most likely to be open. Using a constant...
Turn off notifications. Actually... just don't have the app.
Evolving algorithm to offer bets that are so time sensitive you have to commit to it before you even have a chance to think about it. These apps didn't invent gambling addiction, they've just made it more accessible. You combine all of that with a system in which most people aren't paid nearly enough money for the amount of work that they do and might see gambling as one of the only ways out of that situation, only to end up exacerbating
it. People are more desperate because of the economy dwindling down more and more. Obviously, because of all the things that went downhill in these past few years. And now they are, these gambling companies, they are capitalizing on that desperation. Similar case for, dating gurus capitalizing on insecure men because it's so hard to get a girlfriend nowadays.
Their problems,
and
you end up with the unmitigated economic disaster we're in now. Forgive me for using the C word, but we've stumbled into this stage of capitalism where every dollar must be profited by any means necessary, and foregoing any chance to do so would simply be seen as a missed opportunity. Advertisements in between the game? Not enough. Now they're a part of the game. A mini fridge in the hotel that I can store my leftovers in? No, we should be filling every square inch of that thing with $12 Coke cans that'll automatically charge your credit card even if you're just moving one out of the way. A YouTube outro that's just a few seconds of peaceful music and no call to action? You wish, bozo. Please go listen to the song I made with my friend Sam. I wrote the guitar for it and I think it's pretty good. Thanks for watching.
I promise you won't lose any money on it. For sure. Oh, an AI song. What is this? Anyway, yeah. Gambling in America is here to stay. Hey, hypo! I'm so hyped. I just want to go now. After seeing this video, I just want to go and pull a lever that will just tell me that I won money. Yes. I'm sorry, no. Nate, fuck it.
These are my top 10 mistakes that slot machine players make. Number 1, the biggest mistake that slot players make is playing slot machines in the first place.
No shit, Sherlock. Damn.